Hi everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Natalie and this is the astrology forecast for this upcoming week. In this video, we are talking about March 10 to March 16 of 2025. I hope that if you enjoy the information that I share here on this channel, you can subscribe and share it with your friends. Apologize in advance, I am recovering from a cough, so my voice is not fully there yet, but I don't want to skip a week, so here I am. So bear with me with my horsey voice trying to speak to you here. This is a very big week. If you watch my previous video, I do a really quick overall big picture March breakdown for all of us. March is one of the biggest months in 2025 that is packed with astrology energy shifts, and we are having our first of the two eclipses that we will be experiencing in this eclipse season. Venus is already stationed retrograde from March 1st, and this week Mercury will join the retrograde party and station retrograde. So let's dive into this week. On March 11, we have Mercury conjunct Venus retrograde in the sign of Aries. So this can go both ways. This can be a day where there can be interesting, creative, constructive conversation. But this can also be a day where some of us will experience some tough, uneasy, deep, and even messy, confusing conversation. So it depends on your own human story. What are you navigating through right now in the areas of your life? And since Venus is in retrograde, this can be a conversation that is about all the Venusian topics, such as maybe a particular relationship in your life, maybe a money matter that is happening in your life, or maybe this is regarding to a certain value that you and the other person is talking about that might not be seeing eye to eye, or things like that. And this can also be a day where you or the other person might not agree with something and you need to talk it through, and maybe you or the other person is addressing an issue that is in the existing relationship, and that is why this can be a tougher day for some of you. Whereas on the other side, this can also be when Mercury and Venus come together, it can be some kind of creative creative or inspiring ideas that is coming up. Maybe this is an idea to make money, because Venus talks about money, right? And Mercury is the thoughts and communication. Maybe this is a creative project that is coming up. Maybe this is talking about a solution to a money matter that you're navigating through, right? So this can also be helpful and constructive for some people as well. So it really depends. But on a collective level, since Venus is retrograde, Mercury is retrograding in a few days, is very much digging the past up. And this can, of course, in your personal world, digging some past issue in money matters, relationship. That's why this day can be more so not the happiest day, because you might be talking about a problem that you're trying to address. And on the collective level, this might be some interesting news topic we might see, because Venusian energy often associate with celebrities or people that is in the public eye. Who knows, with Mercury and Venus, there might be some gossip about celebrities, relationships. There might be some drama. There might be some even like sex scandals or like relationship scandals. Like, woo, I didn't know that, but woo, that's coming out, right? So it can be something like that. So I'm not trying to make fun though, because this can be also, tough on some people. So see what comes up, but these are the possibility. I feel like this is a day where tea will be spilled, either one way or another. On March 12th, we have Sun conjuncting Saturn in Pisces, and this aspect pretty much is in the energy of the eclipse that is happening the next day as well. So I'm gonna group them together and talk about it together. So my loves, it is eclipse o'clock this week, and it's time to let Jesus take the wheel and leave it to the fate, because while we say eclipse season, we have that wild card factor, we have that fated energy, destiny energy with the nodes of fate. So that is why this week some of us will very much feel like things are out of our hand. Things might just happen out of the blue, unexpected, because of the aspect I'm going to mention, and it might be pretty much out of your control. And this can be abrupt or sudden ending, turn of events, changes that you didn't expect, and maybe something is just not happening the way you plan or you want it to be. And let's talk about this. This is our total lunar eclipse that is happening in the sign of Virgo. This is happening on March 13, 11:54 p.m. Pacific time, or March 14, 2:54 p.m. Hong Kong time. So adjust the time according to where you are in the world. The sun will be at 23 degrees 56 minutes in Pisces, and the moon will be on the opposite side in Virgo, 23 degrees 56 minutes. So this is the first eclipse in the sign of Virgo along this Pisces Virgo axis. This eclipse cycle that we will be experiencing in the next 2 years, right? And this is also the first eclipse in Virgo happening with South Node in Virgo in 2 decades, because the nodes, the way they travel, the speed they travel, it takes them around 19 years to come back to the same place, the same sign. So last time when we have a South Node Virgo eclipse, it will be like almost 19 years ago in around 2006, 2007. So this total lunar eclipse in Virgo, like I said, is an eclipse that is happening in the sign of Virgo with South Node in Virgo. South Node is associated with the tail of the dragon in ancient astrology, and this is the point usually associated with letting go, clearing up, cleaning up, ending of something, clearing up of something, healing of something. And Virgo is the sign that is about being organized, being analytical, being logical, right? Being detail oriented, being able to get things in order and plan them in steps and have things in the way they are supposed to be in each of their category compartment. And Virgo want to have things that is very logical, rational, and it's about how we can manage everything in the right way, right? It's very clear, it's very organized. It's about using all those skills as well, and in the form of services, because Virgo is a sign that is in service of others, right? And having South Node in any sign is essentially meaning that the energy of that sign will be decreased, will be less able to be in their full force. So everything I said in Virgo with South Node there is a decrease of that. So there's a tendency of losing that detail, losing that organized behavior, losing that analytical, logical mind or way of thinking. There might be confusion and illusion and, oh, what are you talking about? This communication that is associated with this energy, with this eclipse. And on top of that, the ruler of this eclipse, which is Mercury. Mercury rules Virgo. Mercury right now is not moving. Mercury is in Aries, stationing, because it is going to retrograde the next day, literally. So Mercury is just there, slow down, not moving. So the ruler of the eclipse is also not at its full force. It's not there. So this eclipse can feel more chaotic and just like, oh my God, what is happening, in a general sense. With that energy, it can, like I said, I'm not trying to project that. I'm just explaining the energy of that eclipse. I know that sometimes we can tend to have this way of thinking that what we think will manifest in reality. So I'm not saying that this will happen, but this is the energy of the eclipse. Of course, I hope I'm wrong. But I feel like this week, or especially towards the end, where we have the eclipse taking place, we might see more chaotic news around the world. And maybe at the Virgo area of your life is more chaotic, or just like what is happening, So do take care of yourself and take care of others if you can as well. So a few aspects is happening during this eclipse. We have the Sun conjuncting Saturn in Pisces, which is where the eclipse is, right? Because the Sun is in Pisces. Essentially, the Saturn is also opposing the Moon. So Saturn is very much the main energy in this eclipse. And another aspect is that this eclipse also sextile and trine Mars in Cancer and Uranus in Gemini. So to sum it up, to sum all those aspects up, it can be that this eclipse might bring in things that you're not expected, that happen kind of out of the blue, sudden, maybe. Oftentimes, since it's a south node, this might be an ending of something didn't follow through, something didn't happen the way you wanted to, or expected, or planned it. You get a rejection or a no, something like that. And this can be something that you didn't expect. You thought, oh, I thought I'm gonna get that job, but then you got rejected. Oh, I thought we're gonna make it through, but you did not, Like, I thought I'm gonna pass that, but that didn't happen. So, and it's kind of a little bit not what you expected or wanted. So because of Uranus, that wild card energy, and essentially eclipse is wild card energy. So that is what might be happening in your life. So take a look and see what other theme and houses Virgo rules in your natal chart. That might give you a hint as to what might happen, or see what is happening in your life so far. That might be the thing you're looking at during this time as well. Another possibility is about 9 years ago, in the fall, September of 2016, we had eclipses happening in the sign of Virgo as well. But during that time, in 2016 and 17 as well, during that time, North Node was in Virgo. It was a nodal reversal, because remember, it takes 19 years for South Node to come back to Virgo again. So half of that time, 9 years ago, South Node will be opposite of Virgo, right? So that means North Node would be in Virgo during that time as well. I hope I'm not losing anyone. So anyway, so during that time, 2016, around fall, September, North Node was in Virgo, and we had eclipses happening there, and it's a North Node. So for some, not all, I just want to say out all the possibilities so you can see which one resonate more with you. Maybe 2016 September, or around that time, something begins, something initiates, something started to take shape for you during that time. While now, South Node is in Virgo. Whatever is happening, whatever story was happening during that time is being brought back up to the forefront, right? To give you, to lay it in front of you, to have this evaluation with the South Node, right? Maybe you started something during that time and it's come to fruition, it's ending now, like it's done now, right? During this South Node in Virgo eclipse. So if that's the case, do let me know as well. But that is one of the possibility that is what is happening for some of us. Said earlier, this total lunar eclipse in Virgo is happening at 23 degrees 56 minutes in Virgo. That is the third decan of the sign in Virgo. So because there's like 30 degrees and 10 degrees in one decan, and so 23 degrees is at the last decan, the third decan of Virgo. And the tarot card that is associated with that decan in Virgo is the 10 of Pentacles. I know it's like contradicting with what I've just said, right? Because 10 of Pentacles in tarot is like building your legacy, you know, looking at all this wealth, reputation, material success and legacy that you have been building, accumulating from all these years. And it's just like a moment of harvest, you know. For some of us, it's like looking at it and like, what are you talking about? But then the eclipse is like everything's gonna fall apart. Yes, unfortunately for some of us, that might be exactly what you are experiencing. Something you have been building, that you have been putting in that effort, the thing that you feel like it will continue to grow and build, is not really happening for you. This eclipse is maybe showing you, it's like that jigsaw puzzle, right? You're trying very hard to sustain it. You see that it's going well and suddenly boom, everything just falls apart. And I'm not trying to say, you know, like jinx something bad, but yes, for some of us, things are just maybe not happening for you. And I know that moment sucks, you know, I've experienced that, and I have my fair share of those moments, and I can tell you it fucking sucks, right? It's like, what the F is going on? Like, why me? Why this? Why that? And I can blame every person I can think of, you know. I can be in this very sad, moaning, angry, frustrated moment. But at the same time, remember, if you can build something up like this, you can build it again. And perhaps maybe when you were building it, the foundation was not strong enough, was not sturdy enough, or maybe you were wearing rose-tinted glasses and didn't want to ignore some of the flaws, some of the things, some of the problems, issue that is not working, maybe for example in that relationship, and now you finally see the truth. It's not working, it's not what I wanted, you know. And yes, it sucks, but also remember, sometimes things falls apart for a reason. Things fall apart because something better is in the building, is in the background, right? Sometimes the rejection, the failure, the disappointment is universe redirection and protection. Protect you from something that might actually backfire even more, that might even cause more harm and failure later on. But this is universe redirecting you. Maybe there's something better. Maybe there's a better path, better relationship, better job, better whatever, like life direction, purpose that you're supposed to go after, that is more aligned with you, that is better with you. Even though it feels like shit right now, you can't see it right now, but trust me, later on, when you look back, you will understand why this have to happen, right? And also remember, this is the first eclipse in the sign of Virgo that we are experiencing. This Virgo Pisces axis, this eclipse cycle with Virgo and Pisces will continue to unfold and develop in the next couple of years until 2027. This is only the first Virgo eclipse that we will experience. There's 3 more down the road until 2027. So things might not, like I said, with the aspect and Mercury, might not be really clear right now. You might not know why this happened. You might not get the full picture yet. The puzzle is not complete yet. It will continue to unfold and you will understand more and more why this happened, how this happened, and how you want to navigate through it later on in the next eclipse season. So stay open, because like I said, this Virgo eclipse is ruled by Mercury, right? Virgo's ruler. And the card for Mercury is Magician. Magician is telling us that anything is possible. Nothing is as it seems. Sometimes it's just an illusion, a confusion, but you will see the trickster, the mastermind behind it later on. The truth will be unveiled, will be revealed later on. And you have all the tools you need, even though you might not feel like you have. All the tools you need is within you. And even if you don't feel like it, they will continue to unfold. And things is not set in stone just yet. So trust. I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I'm there with you. Whatever happened, my advice is just go slow. Just go with your routine. Stay open. If things happen, let them happen. Surrender, even though it's hard, right? Just let it happen. It is all happening for your highest good, trust me. But I know it's easier said than done. I'm guilty of that too. But this is all I have for you regarding to this eclipse. I'm with you every step of the way. Like I said, you're not alone. So on March 14, the day after eclipse, Mercury is going to station retrograde. So March 14, 11:46 p.m. or March 15, 2:46 p.m. Hong Kong time. Adjust the time according to where you are in the world. Mercury is going to station retrograde at 9 degrees 35 minutes in the sign of Aries. Mercury will retrograde back into the sign of Pisces. It will happen at the end of the month, 29th or 30th. Mercury will station direct at 26 degrees 50 minutes in Pisces on April 7th. But there's still post-shadow energy of Mercury retrograde. It will not clear up until April 26th. So pretty much March and April, we are in full force retrograde energy of Venus and Mercury. This Mercury retrograde is pretty interesting because essentially Mercury is retrograding this almost the exact degree points that Venus is retrograding in. So Mercury is essentially tracing back, just following Venus and retrograding in the almost exact same degrees. So in some way, since Venus is already retrograding, it feels like that Mercury is following Venus, retrograding, doubling down that retrograde energy in your Venus retrograde story. So it can, for some, not all, it can feel like that whatever you are navigating through, whether this is something regarding to a particular relationship or multiple relationships in your life, money matters, your values, the way you think, the way you communicate, some of your thoughts and idea are really having some major retrograde energy, having that major redo, revisit, reevaluate energy. And for some, it can feel a lot. It can feel like a lot is happening and it's really overwhelming with the double retrograde energy, because essentially with Mercury retrograding in the same degrees, depending on what houses, what themes and topic is Aries and Pisces houses for you, it can be you are already navigating through some difficulties or issue that you need to address to, and now Mercury is adding to it. In some way, it can add more confusion, add more problems, and add more miscommunication, misunderstanding to what you are navigating through already. For some, this can be Mercury offering more insights, more informations for you to look at the problems, the issue that you have to solve or work through, right? This can be one way or another. Maybe there is a relationship that you already felt maybe, I need to talk about it. Something is not right there and I need to address it. I need to reevaluate this person and this relationship in my life. Do I really want to continue or not? And Mercury is going to add to it, add more confusion or add more insights. Like, oh, yeah, I really start to see more about this person is no brainer, cannot. Or it might add more into like, oh, you know what? Actually, this problem is leading to something else now that I also need to pay attention to and also need my attention to work through as well. So yes, I know it can be a lot, and so I'm just saying all the possibilities so you know what you might be working through and if it resonates or not, but also know that this is also universe giving you opportunity to find out what is not aligning so that you can have a choice to decide what to do with them. I do want to offer you a little nice good news to end this video, to end this week. On the 14th, we also do have that Sun in Pisces sextile Uranus in Gemini. So even though this week can be very hectic, or it's already been very hectic and overwhelming for some of us, believe me, I know clients that is moving through this, me, myself as well. So yes, but the Sun Uranus sextile might offer a little bit of a helpful, uplifting energy for you, because this is a reminder. This Sun sextile Uranus, I feel like, is a little helpful reminder for us that, hey, you know what? Yeah, shit might be hitting the fan, but guess what? Now I know I need to do something about it. Now I know what is wrong. Now I see that clarity. Now I know how to move forward with this. Now I have another opportunity to look at it, to address it, to resolve it, right? So I know this week is a lot, and believe me, I personally totally agree with you. I already told all my clients and repeatedly in my videos that March, yes, is a very big month, but the universe put us here for a reason. There's nothing we cannot navigate through. There's nothing that we cannot solve. So trust yourself. You do have everything within you. We are all our own magician. So trust that you got all the tools up in your sleeve. So give yourself that time and space to think it through. Do not be reactive. Don't be impulsive. Just keep open and see what happens. As always, comment below, let me know how it goes. And if you want to have a private consultation with me, I offer all kinds of astrology reading consultation. Just email me. My email is in the description box below, or send me a DM over on Instagram. Follow me there as well if you haven't done so. In the meanwhile, take care of yourself, stay open, and I am sending you so much love. I'll see you next time. Bye.